Hey, what's going on, Studio K team? This is Charles, and it is week 3 of our Weird Science series, the series that's all about obedience. And you guys, I can't think of a more fun way to learn and teach about obedience than in NLC Kids. You guys, this Weird Science series has been so much fun. There's been dry ice and water and all kinds of crazy liquids, and you'll see another fun experiment this week. But let me tell you a little bit about this message. It's called Following Instructions, and in this message we'll meet a man named Abram, who we now know as Abraham. This message comes from Genesis, the 12th, 13th, and 15th chapter, and when we meet Abram in the 12th chapter, God is placing a very special call on his life, and he gives him some instructions that are kind of hard to swallow, especially for a man at this point in history. God says, listen, Abram, I want you to leave everything you know. I want you to leave your father's house. I want you to leave your people. I want you to leave the land that you know. And God sends him off on a journey where he's really not sure where he's going to end up. Well, that leads us to our bottom line. We should trust and obey even when we don't know how it's all going to work out. God ended up blessing Abram tremendously, and he promised him that he would have a family as large in number as the stars in the sky. This was despite Abram's age, and Abram decided that he was going to believe God. It says in the Bible that Abram believed God, and it was accounted to him as righteousness. Abram was a righteous man, and we get an opportunity to illustrate this in our large and small groups. In our large group, we'll be able to demonstrate this again with another fun experiment where a child will be pulled up on stage as a volunteer, and they'll be a part of this experiment where they're not certain how it's going to go, and it'll be a fun way to illustrate following and obeying even when we don't know how it'll turn out. Then there are 3 great activities that we have. The first one is called Starry Starry Night. We really just want to encourage you guys to lean into this activity. You'll notice there are 6 different questions or series of questions that help you retell the story of Abram and really pull the story out of the children. We want you to take some time on this activity because you'll get a chance to translate Abram's story to each child, and we think this is going to be just tremendous value in kids ministry this week. Activity number 2 is a crazy dot-to-dot puzzle, and the kids won't know what picture they're drawing as they're doing this crazy puzzle, but the key is this: when we obey God, even when we don't know how to all turn out, the picture in the end will be a glorious one. Activity number 3 is a great memory verse activity called Bible Bingo, and this is going to give us a chance to get them to memorize the memory verse, which is trust in your leaders. Put yourselves under their authority. Do this because they keep watch over you, and that comes from Hebrews 13, verse 7. And you know what, you guys? We just want to say thank you so much because you all, as small group leaders, you guys are making a change in every child's life. We want to encourage you, regardless of how many activities you do, take the time to lean in to this activity and help translate what this obedience means to each child in their lives. We love you guys, and we'll see you this weekend.